Now, before we can really use the software to give us the computed results that we want, we need to set up certain parameters and other data for storm sewers. The first thing that we'll do is to set up the design codes for our pipe systems. And these will be the controls the software will apply to a design, maintaining certain minimums or maximums in order to comply with the city or county regulations, or perhaps even a manufacturer's recommendations. I can go up to the Edit menu and do to Design Codes, or I can select it here from our toolbar menus. It then brings up a dialog that allows me to set up those codes. Design codes are the parameters that will be maintained and used when we design a system. I have a tab here for pipes, and under the pipes I can set a minimum or a maximum pipe size. I'll go ahead and set my minimum size to be a 15-inch pipe, and my maximum of an 8-foot pipe is probably okay. We can also set a design velocity, and this is so that sediment won't collect in the pipes. So what it will do is to compute a slope to make certain that it maintains that velocity for our design storm, such as the one that we use to size our pipes. And I'm going to go ahead and set that to 2 feet per second. Also, we can set a minimum slope and a maximum slope. And let's set those to, say, 0.5%, and then a maximum slope of 10 is fine. I know that if you're in Florida, you just can't probably picture a pipe at 10%. And of course, you may need to set your minimum at 0%. We can also set a minimum cover, and I'll use 2 for that since I usually use concrete pipe. I can also have it go to a minimum cover of 0 at the outfalls, which is not uncommon. I can also set my default N values for the pipes. The types of pipes in storm sewers is determined by the N values. And 0.012 is fine for concrete pipes. But of course, if you're using CMP, you might want to set that to maybe a 0.02 or a 0.024, or even less than the 0.012 for something like HDPE pipe. Over here on the right, I have some options to omit certain odd sizes, and I generally don't use any pipe size between an 18-inch and a 24-inch, and the same for pipes between a 24 and a 30-inch. Below that, we also have control over how we want the transition between differing pipe sizes handled at our structures. And I usually use the match crown options, but if you want to use the matching inverts option, then you can also do that as well. Match line drop allows you to set a drop through a structure for pipes of the same size. So perhaps if your county requires a drop through every structure of a couple of tenths of a foot, then you can set that value here. And we also have an option here that allows us to use smaller downstream pipes, such as the tie-in to an existing system. Well, once we have those choices set, then of course we want to go ahead and take a look at our inlet defaults.